My English is awful, but I try that you understand.
It's perfect. It's
I
perfect.
say that I born in Guanajuato. And when I was very little, I came to San Miguel, and my mother lived in San Miguel many years till she died. And I went away to Guanajuato, and then I returned when I got to the high school, and I was in La Leovino.
And that school is where?
The school was
Was.
in San Francisco Street.
Uh-huh.
And so, the secondary school first was where is the Posada San Francisco in front of the garden. Then they came in front of parte del oratorio, where is La Salud, and when now is the monument to Allende. Actually, I think there is the University of León. There was a secondary in San Miguel, and was the professional school for enfermería and secundaria and private accountants. And depends in that time of the University of Guanajuato. That's why from here I went to the University in Guanajuato to preparatoria. Then I made my career in Guanajuato, that was my city, and I continued there many years till I was going to retire, and I came to San Miguel 35 years ago, and since then I'm here.
And this has been your family home since before
Well,
that?
no, I was the owner of this house from a little more than 50 years, more or less. And I live in front of the house, and also in a house that we sold to, I think that to Pedro Vargas.
Why do people call you maestro?
Because I was teaching in law school in Guanajuato University 30 years.
Oh, was that before you came to San Miguel?
Yes.
Okay.
And these books, I wrote it in my life. But the 6 books, the first 6 books, are only things about law that I wrote for the university.
All of those books over there
Yes.
you wrote? Huh?
I have written 14.
Wow. That's impressive.
Ah.
But, and what of those 14 books is your favorite?
Well, all are my favorite because the beginning that I told you is things that are very serious because are to teach in the faculty. Law.
These are law books.
Exactly, are law books. And the rest, no, the rest are about history, about San Miguel, Guanajuato, and all those things.
So do you, have you written a novel?
No?
No?
History, yes. And questions about
Factual history.
derecho procesal. That's why I was my specialty. And I teach in university 30 years, as I told you.
And how old are you now? Do you mind my asking?
How old am I? Oh, very old. Every year I take 1 year less
Well, that's
instead of 1 more.
I started doing that years ago too. So, And you still practice law? There are people waiting to come in.
Well, they cannot come in till we finish.
Yes, but even so, so you're still very busy.
I'm still working very. I have been married twice. From my first marriage, I have 4 sons, 2 men and 2 girls. And my second marriage, I have 1 boy and 1 girl that are sons of my wife.
So when,
That's my son, my oldest son. He's lawyer.
And
me.
here in San
No, in Guanajuato.
Miguel? I see you have a James Pinto painting on your wall.
The Pinto,
Yeah.
James Pinto. He was very good friend of mine. I think that he was very good. And a
I
very
love
good
that
friend
piece.
of mine.
It's a nice piece.
Even his house is part of the university. I have the honor to make some things, and his house is part of the university.
University of Leon?
No, Guanajuato.
Oh, here in San Miguel.
See, here in San Miguel, his house is the residence of part of the University of Guanajuato.
Oh, wow. And he left it to the University of Guanajuato?
Well, you know, in Mexican law, when there's a property that belongs to a foreign citizen, if there is a last will, there is no problem. But if there is no last will, it's for the relatives, and as in the States and in every place. And what happened here is that everything were in his possession, but his sister, that was the only possible heirs, has not his papers in order. And they agreed with me that they were not going to make any claim, and that's why it belongs to the university.
Excellent. Yeah, it's
And what's his intention that he sometimes says that because he knows.
and I haven't seen it, but is there some sort of plaque that commemorizes?
No, I think that there is no any flag. All the a big part of his paintings is in university and several places, and there is all the documents that says that the house belongs to him and passed legally to university, and his sisters agree with that.
How come you've never been a politician?
No, I was a politician.
Oh, you were?
Yes, I were mayor of Guanajuato twice. I was congressman. I was secretary of the government. And when I came here to live, I was secretary in the government. And then I retired.
For the state?
Yes, the state.
And then you retired from the government, but continued your private practice?
Well, a politician is a sickness like a bacteria that never disappears. But I'm not, many years ago that I'm not candidate or nothing.
So so you must be a grandfather by now?
No, I'm more than a brother. I have my sons. I have 8 nietos, grandson, and I have 2 bisnietos.
Ah, so there you go.
Yes.
How small are the bisnietos?
The bisnietos is 9 years and 6 months.
They have, and they live in Guanajuato.
They live in Guanajuato.
And all of your kids live in Guanajuato?
All in Guanajuato and in León.
And why do you prefer San Miguel?
Because since I was very young, I was a child, and I came to San Miguel, and I like San Miguel, and I love San Miguel, and my mother was in love with San Miguel.
And now you're famous here.
Me now, that's why I live here.
The,
You know, I received my graduation as lawyer 64 years ago.
wow, 64 years ago. Yes.
I received my title the 7th of November of 1953. See? So I have many years doing this.
Yeah. Yes. So as I came up the stairs, I saw a sign that said Amigos de San Miguel.
Yes. Amigos San Miguel is a reunion of many people from San Miguel, and we, you know, you have heard who was Jose Mojica?
I have heard of Jose Mojica.
Jose Mojica was from Jalisco, and he was a tenor, very important in Mexico and in the States.
A singer. You say
See,
tenor,
he was singer, he was a tenor. And then he left everything, he was a very recognized and popular star, and sent everything away. And then he became a priest. Fray Juan, his name in the religion was Fray Juan de Guadalupe, Fray José de Guadalupe, perdón. That was his name. And he was, till he died, he was a Catholic, in the Catholic Church. When he was here, that he was movie star, he built with Don Leovino Zavala and many important San Miguelenses of those times. He made Amigos de San Miguel. It's a corporation that is worried in San Miguel. And the time passed, and Padre Fernando, that is that one, is a cura of Atotonilco. And me, we renew Amigos de San Miguel, and till now they continue.
And it's a group of San Miguel
Sí,
citizens.
es una asociación civil, it's a civil association.
Of businessmen.
No, many people is there, business professionals.
And how do people become? Are there Americans involved?
We have, I think that now we have one American.
One.
Yes.
And if Americans wanted to become involved, are they welcome?
Well, we have many friends of San Miguel that are Americans.
And if you wanted to become a friend of San Miguel?
Well, if there is two members of San Miguel that propose you, it goes to the meeting of everybody, and they decide yes or no.
Okay, that's interesting. And
I'm
so,
going to invite you to our next meeting of Amigos San Miguel,
and that,
for you to see what is Amigos
I'd love
San
to do
Miguel.
that. And maybe I could bring my camera and just sort of,
Yes.
so we can get that.
And we can show you what we have done in the last 20 years.
Well, that would be fun, I'd like to do that.
And I would like to invite you to take some pictures of many paintings that are famous and that we get that be restored. And you can take the photographs. That will help us very much.
Oh, yeah. I'd like
Because
to-
we are trying that in the Library of the Americans, there is a publication, a newspaper,
Yeah,
you know it,
Yes.
how it's called?
Atención.
Attention. Attention. We want that they make something that don't be speeches. We want material that be objective and that with the photographs of what we have done, because it's very important that all San Miguel know what belongs to them and where is it and how important are those things.
Yes, and
Yes.
and where is it now?
Well, that in several places. For instance, in the parroquia, you know,
Uh-huh.
in that,
In the church, yeah.
yes, that church, if you get in the church, there is two very big paintings, very famous, and we restore it, and some others. And here in San Francisco, all that was the San Antonio was the name of the convent, and we restored completely. Completely.
Here.
Here in front of us.
Oh, wow.
And Las Monjas, you see that is new, the cupola, and also that was a ball where are the bells that was down,
Yeah.
now it's
Well,
of course.
I did paintings of it when it was about to fall.
and that was very enthusiastic with us, the senator that was before the mayor of the town. And we get the help of the federal government with what is called Pueblos Mágicos.
Mhm.
And we do some things like that. I will show you all that would be interested for you as an artist. The treasure of San Miguel that many people see but doesn't know what they are looking.
Well, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
It has been my pleasure.
I'm sorry my awful English because I see that you speak Spanish as well as me.
No.
Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure to have you here.